Welcome everyone to another episode of Total Extreme Wrestling 2020, where I'm booking the Invasion. This is Raw for week 1 of September in 2001, building up towards Unforgiven. So let's run the show and let's see how things go. In an abysmal pre-show match, Johnny the Bull Stamboli defeated Matt Winchester by pinfall. This guy looks like a 16. Uh, McFoley did good work at ringside. Johnny the Bull's getting better as gimmick. In an abysmal pre-show match, AJ Styles defeated Jimmy Jacobs by pinfall with the Styles Clash. This got a 22. So now it's time for the actual show. In a bout that had decent reaction from the crowd but terrible wrestling, Mark Jindrak defeated Matt Hardy by pinfall with the Mark of Perfection. This got a 44. So let me. Matt Hardy and Mark Jindrak didn't seem to click. That made for an awkward bout. Announcing quality lifted the match, color commentary gave the match a boost, and Lita did good work at ringside. So Rikishi and Haku come out to Bad Man, with Rikishi smiling and normal look on Haku's face. And Rikishi goes, "In case you have not been paying attention, for the last week or so, we have proven that Farouk and Bradshaw are not the threats to bodily harm like they claim to be. You two walk around here like people should be scared of you, but myself and Haku are not. I took out Bradshaw last week, and we took out Farouk on SmackDown. Now, if there's anything left of Farouk and Bradshaw that still want to fight, we'll be happy to finish them off, but..." And then the APA's music plays as Farouk and Bradshaw come out and start fighting with Rikishi and Haku until they're broken up by security. Unfortunately, this only got a 34. I'm trying to build up Rikishi, but Haku's not helping, and I think Farouk is also recognizable. So it's, but I'm still trying to build them up. In a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, Rob Van Dam defeated Christian by pinfall with a frog splash. During the match, he also Booker T won in and attacked Christian, so RVD successfully defends the Hardcore Championship, and this got a 58. And Rob Van Dam is getting better at his gimmick. So Buff Bagwell and Canyon attacked the Dudley Boys backstage, leaving them down and out. Unfortunately, this only got a 32. William Regal appears and says that he refuses to challenge laid down by Diamond Dallas Page. He doesn't care what DDP wants, so Regal's not going to face him. And this got a 46. In a bout that had great heat and decent wrestling, Big Show defeated Jeff Hardy by pinfall with the choke slam. This got a 67. Jeff Hardy and Lita have great chemistry. Match got the crowd interested again after the Bagwell Canyon Dudley Boys angle. So Hugh Morris is in the ring along with Chris Benoit. And Hugh Morris gives him the chance to join with Hugh Morris as an ally. Basically, he wants an answer from Benoit. Is he coming back to WCW? And this got 45. In a bout that had great heat and decent wrestling, Sean O'Haire and Chuck Palumbo defeated Chris Jericho when Chuck Palumbo made Chris Jericho submit to a torture rack. Jericho carried the match in terms of in-ring performance. This only got a 58. Chris Jericho is being beaten down by Palumbo and O'Haire. Seeing the assault, Kane runs in and fights them both off, saving Jericho, and this only got a 48. But the performance of Jericho was good. In a bout that had great heat and decent wrestling, Diamond Dallas Page defeated Rhino by pinfall with the Diamond Cutter. This got a 71. So the Undertaker is standing backstage. Undertaker goes, "Big Show, you want a shot at the WCW United States Championship so bad that you decide to take matters into your own hands and attack me? Big Show, I thought you were smarter than that. It was only a few years ago when I was turning you into the wrestler that you became. But you made a mistake when you attacked me. So now, just like you made a mistake then when you stopped listening to what I was telling you, I don't give a damn if you still consider yourself Team WWF, because this isn't about interpromotional warfare. When you decide to attack me like a coward, you made things personal. So don't worry about being Team WWF. You better worry about being a dead man walking when we get in that ring at Unforgiven. And this got a 63. So Kurt Angle is in the crowd. He's still injured, but he uh, he still got the brace on his elbow. But he is in the he is watching the show, and this guy's 72. In about that had great, fantastic heat and great wrestling. Triple H defeated Taz by pinfall with an ace crusher. This guy's 67. Triple H and Stephanie have great chemistry. Then this didn't do as well as I'd hoped. So Steve Austin and The Rock, they're basically on. This didn't happen in the ring. This happened backstage. They're both trying to. They both want to tear each other apart. But then Abyss, Charlie Haas, Spanky, Randy Orton, Rob Conway, Nick Dinsmore, along with referees and security, run in to separate The Rock and Stone Cold so they don't injure each other before Unforgiven. Performance of Austin and Rock was good. And this got a 64. So what's the final grade for Raw? I'm not 66. Okay. I mean, I don't think that's bad. It's definitely not as good as I'd hoped because Austin and Rock obviously are more. It's better to have one do a promo and one do a match if I don't want them going at each other because that's going to be even because that'll be better. So um, and the Rikishi Haku thing, like I said, I'm trying to build up, you know, just trying to make more stories, basically. So let's see. War is War got 1.81. Drug test fees. Chris Benoit says David Flair needs to learn how to sell. The kid's not worth pushing until that's addressed. Pat Patterson goes, Devon Dudley is turning into a good worker. The kid is worth getting behind. Tatanka is back. Brian Clark has returned. And your contract negotiations with Bison Smith have ended as being a freelancer. He's not himself being tied down to a lengthy deal. So I think okay. So oh, I do have to go over what happened before the show. Hardcore Holly was fined for starting a fight with Chris Benoit after being a jerk to him. Brian Adams was fined for being late. It had a negative impact on him. Stephanie McMahon was suspended after getting into an argument with a fan. Stephanie and Chyna were both pleased with this Stephanie being suspended. And Trish Stratus was given a warning for bringing friends backstage. Nothing noteworthy happened from it. So, as far as I do remember, UPW went out of business or was having money troubles. What I did with that was, and this might have been where the Bison Smith thing came um, from basically I everyone that wasn't already in developmental because Aaron Aguilera, even though he was working for them, he was also in developmental. Since like I took everyone that was a wrestler and offered them a contract based on their rating. I'll send them to developmental or add them to the main roster immediately. Eric Bischoff did not want to come and work for Vince McMahon, so I don't know if he's going to come in 2002, but I will try to get him as an authority figure when he did come to the company in real life. Um, Other people that were like announcers or road agents, basically, I looked at if they were doing if they were valuable in their position, then I send them a contract. Otherwise, if they're the announcer, I don't remember being good. I don't even think the road agent had good ring psychology or the ring psychology I was hoping for. So like if that was the case, then I didn't offer those people a contract. But I all the wrestlers I did offer contracts, and then I shut down UPW. But none of them have gotten back. So yet. So that something will probably happen over the course of week 1 in September. But I hope you enjoyed this episode of Raw. Next time it will be Sunday Night Heat for week 1 of September. Until then, peace out, everyone.